there is no such thing as recreational use of cannabis. There is medicinal use of cannabis. And we can call it recreational, but recreation is medicine. We see plant medicine more harmful or separate than the pharmaceutical industry, which has very clearly damaged society. And I'm not against pharmaceuticals in general, as in there are very specific pharmaceuticals that are very useful in Western medicine when we need them. But in general, they've been abused, like humans abuse most things in this world. And it's the abuse of anything that is harmful. And it's the intentional use of anything that can be supportive and that we can work with. The difference between cannabis and most other plant medicines, in my experience, is that cannabis is super gentle. So if you want to go and deal with an issue, which is like why this project didn't work or something like that, and it says, well, great, but let's go to your deep trauma here first, because that's actually your underlying cause. With cannabis, it's one of the only plant medicines, in my experience, where you can say, well, I don't really want to go there today. And the plant will give you the permission to go, okay, sure, it's fine, let's go over here then, and it will show you something else. And it will give you these different experiences. That is one of the major differences for me with cannabis, is that you have the ability, the agency to change the intensity of that experience, so much so that you can actually leave the psychedelic experience. You can't forget being stoned straight away, but you can leave the psychedelic space of cannabis. That starts with communicating about it to start with. One saying, yeah, this is a plant that requires reverence and respect, like all things. It's the intention, but that is the mindset. The mindset, which is what set means, is mindset. So how you go about thinking about this. And I've come to realize that my brain is simply a filter for the millions and millions of pieces of information that are happening right now in this room, and the plants around us and the plants above this tent, the sounds that are coming here, all of these things, if we're aware of all of those things, it gets too much. So our brain is here to filter out all of those things. When I use or work with plant medicines, particularly cannabis, for me, that filter is opened up, and I'm connected directly to that source and experience that connection with ourselves, myself predominantly, and how I'm absolutely affected by everything around me. And that allows me to look at those things, and especially look at those things that are maybe getting in the way of my energy flow, or stopping me or preventing me. What part of me is stopping me being open to what is already existing? Integration is it, really. I mean, because if you want a great experience with a plant, you can take it at a festival and you probably feel good, and you could probably have a one with everything experience and feel God. And lots of people do that, and that's wonderful. But once you've done that once, with all respect, what's the point of doing it again? That's the definition of recreation. When you just keep going back to have those, I want to feel ecstatic again. It's like, okay, great. But if you want to actually have deeper, meaningful experiences, then that often the plants will show you something, or have shown me something, and shown all the people that I've experienced something that they need to change in their lives, or something they need to adapt. So integration is the art of using that information and making that long-lasting change in your life. It is the most important part about the entire protocol and the entire experience. So I'm going to share with you one integration tip that from all the studies that I did, from all the people who are specialized in integration, and it's very simple. It is as soon as you finish a plant medicine journey, journaling. It's called journaling. It seems very simple, but the science behind journaling with pen and paper, especially after a deep-seated experience, has been shown to be the biggest, strongest, long-lasting tool for integration. So journaling can sometimes be writing, and usually it's can be a stream of consciousness. It can be writing down your experiences, writing down the lessons you learn, and if nothing, just drawing pictures or just squiggles. It doesn't matter what comes out. It's important that something comes out. And generally, I see them writing for pages and pages until they're finished, and then they say, "I've finished." I'm like, "Not yet." Just give them more space, because sitting with that space and keeping that going for the first couple of days, that has been the most critical part of integration for me.